Hi students, welcome to your new week or wherever you are at, and I hope you had a wonderful day so far. Please open the new bell and exit ticket homework assignment so that you can record your bell and exit ticket. Please pause the screen and answer the following questions. Here is your bell work for today. Please go ahead, like I said, and answer the following questions by pausing your screen and opening the new bell and exit ticket assignment as seen in Canvas. Today we're going to be talking about learned behaviors, and last week we talked about innate behaviors, so if you have any questions on that, please use your Ask the Instructor discussion board or refer to the previously recorded videos. Learned behaviors result from a change in behavior as a result of the experience that an animal has had in its life on Earth. Habituation is one example of a simple learned behavior, and this is loss of responsiveness to a stimulus, but it's learning not to respond to the stimulus. For example, when you hear your alarm going off in the morning, you could eventually get the behavior of not waking up because you have become accustomed to that sound. Other examples would be annoying sounds or lights, things that aren't stimulating a behavior because you've already become used to the stimulus. Other types of learned behaviors include associative learning, and there's classical conditioning and operant conditioning. We're going to first talk about classical conditioning. What happens with classical conditioning? We have a stimulus and a response from an animal. Then you have a unconditioned stimulus, which was the first stimulus, and the unconditioned response, which is the initial response that an animal would have to that unconditioned stimulus. Now, you have a conditioned stimulus, which you have then added a new stimulus during that unconditioned response from the animal. And what the observation is that you can have the new stimulus create the response after not being paired with the unconditioned stimulus. So therefore, you're having a response triggered by a new stimulus that has no association with the original stimulus or the original response. So there's a lot about this behavior researched by Pavlov's dogs, where we had an unconditioned stimulus and an unconditioned response. The unconditioned stimulus was a dog getting their food bowl, and the unconditioned response was salivation or drooling. And Pavlov started ringing the bell, which was a conditioned stimulus, during the same time that the food was being given, having an unconditioned response of salivating when there was both the unconditioned and the conditioned stimulus in front of the dog. What was found is when you took away the unconditioned stimulus and which was the putting down of the dog food, and you only had the conditioned stimulus, which was the ringing of the bell, that the dogs had a new conditioned response. This is called classical conditioning, and this neutral stimulus became a stimulus to give a conditioned response of drooling. For operant conditioning, it is a trial and error type of response where the animal learns to perform a behavior in increased amounts or in decreased amounts through a reward and punishment system. We use this all of the time while we're training our dogs to do tricks that they would not typically do, but we have conditioned this response by giving them a treat, such as for rolling over, or other types of tricks that we do with dogs and animals. One researcher, Skinner, did this with a box. He placed a rat in a box and had the rat push this lever to receive food. And there was also electrodes attached to the bottom, and he would shock the rat to give an undesired response to an undesired behavior. What was found was that the rat pushed the lever at increased amounts after learning that this stimulus of pushing the lever would therefore give the rat increased food. The same was found on the alternative end, where the electrifying grid decreased the unwanted behaviors from the rat. Please take a look at some of these behaviors in action on your own time to look more into more examples of behavior instinctual or innate and learned. Tomorrow we will be talking more about social behavior. Have a great rest of your day and stay tuned for the exit ticket shortly after this part of the video. Please open your Bell and Exit ticket for this week and use these following definitions to answer as your exit ticket for the day. Let me know if you have any questions, and as always, have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys soon.